So the guy on the left and the guy on the right. The guy on the left is a slightly smaller male. They're the same species. So I don't know the name of them. They're a Gourami, but I don't know the name of it. It's like a rainbow Gourami or something. Well, the male on the right has been a real territorial jerk. I moved the tank from one area to another one, and during the transition of dropping the water and rearranging taking the rocks out and all that stuff, and then rearranging everything, it changed the dynamic that the fish had. A lot of fish died, but a lot of fish died because of the Gourami on the right, the bigger of the two rainbow Gouramis, the bigger of the two males. He was a serious jerk to a lot of fish, and he killed a lot of fish, either through actual physical contact or just through stress. But these two guys are duking it out now. So what I did is I took the Gourami on the right and I put him in timeout. See that green section up there? I put him in timeout. And he was in timeout for about 2 weeks. I had it aerated, I had plants, I fed him, I gave him water changes every couple days, you know, so he was cool. He was living and he was doing his thing. And then the smaller male was able to sort of establish his own situation. And if you look at that, watch that female, she's checking everything out, finding out what's going on, using her, I don't know, her feeler whiskers to scope out the situation. What ended up happening is that the smaller male and her ended up sort of building this relationship with each other and having an understanding and sharing food. It just worked out really nicely. So these two guys are duking it out, and they've been fighting for a while now. And they're very interesting fish. Very territorial when they have the opportunity to be. And, you know, you got to think about, you know, if this is something that all of these types of fish tend to do. These guys are pretty interesting. Yeah, so they puff out their gills. They've got these blue dots on their gills, and they puff them out to the side, you know, to make them look bigger. Yeah, so whoever ends up going underneath the green area was the bigger of the two. Yeah, see, okay, so the big guy, he just sort of won that battle, because that left corner down there is where the smaller one used to hang out when he was feeling stressed. So, you know, a hypothesis maybe is that it's the female in there, not necessarily the actual territorial space, but the fact that there's a female Gourami in this environment. Even though she's a different species, she's still probably squirting out female hormones and female juices, whatever fish do, you know. She's femaling up the area, so the males, you know, act territorial, because that's the point of territory. So maybe what I'll do is I'll test that. I'll put her in timeout, even though she's not being bad, you know, but it's really just isolation. So I'm going to experiment and see what happens. If it ends up being that she is in a way the X factor, I'll just make a separate tank for her so she can just live a peaceful life. I'll get her some company, some other types of different species of fish, but, you know, she's got a lot going on. You know, these boys are messing with her. Maybe that'll be it. I'm going to isolate her and see how that affects it.